So, I asked Al too, but maybe as a coach you have a little different perspective. Last weekend, or the last Saturday, was a tough pill to swallow. So, just how are you going to bounce back this weekend?
I think our kids have already bounced back. I probably haven't as much. I've watched the film, feels like 500 times, saying what could we have done better, play here, play there, but mostly I'm excited when I watch the film to say the steps we took in a week from when we played, even just the Fort Hayes, the previous, and even just the detailed things against Crown and games we had won, we've gotten better and we're tougher. And like Aimee spoke about is when our kids follow our game plan, they trust us and they follow it, they see success on the defensive end. That's huge for them to understand the details and why my assistants watch countless hours of film and why we put together a scout. It's specific because we think our chances are best this way, and they saw that. So we've taken a lot of steps, and as much as I don't think one got away from us by any means, but you just wish you could have at least split on the road last weekend when you were in such a tight ball game.
So, this weekend you get two of the best scoring defenses in the conference. Just how are you going to counter that this weekend with your offense?
Yeah, we told our kids, especially even our post players, I'm expecting you to work extremely hard each night, and knowing that you're probably not going to get a lot of gratification out of it. We're going to post them hard. We're going to make sure they're running hard, working hard on the block offensively, but you're not going to get a lot of easy touches, and I don't want turnovers going inside because we haven't got it to you. I'm going to ask you to work selflessly for your teammates to get them open shots. They're going to demand a double, but both teams, like you mentioned, they don't let you score easy. They don't necessarily want to go up and down and play like St. Cloud and us did last week, where we can score a great amount of points, but we have to be shot ready on the perimeter. If we can knock down some early shots for the perimeter, I think it'll be exciting for us to see have some success. But also, we can't be afraid to get paint touches and to get some downhill looks, because they won't come easy. But I don't want to pray that we knock down threes. I want to get to the foul line as well.
And so, has it been, or how pleased have you been with kind of the next one up mentality with either somebody's not playing well or somebody's out with a sickness or injury, things like that?
Yeah, I'm very, very happy with kids kind of showing up. I use that, Bolte used it, man down, man up, and I'm going to say that every time I can. I just love it, and telling our kids that too. It's cool to see. You don't ever want an injury or a kid to not play well, but know that your number's called. It's your time to go, and it's been exciting even having Al Cordes play really, really impressive minutes for us last week, where she doesn't always get the longest leash or the biggest role, but she had a big role this weekend, most definitely. So whether it's short stints or if it's that a longer amount of time where we're asking you to play out of your role because of something, it's exciting to see kids step up in that fashion.
Coming off of that game with St. Cloud, when your kids look at the film, do you think they realize they perhaps now have more potential than they thought they did?
Maybe. I'm tough on our kids. They know it. You guys know it. I point out every single mistake, but because I know what they're capable of, and they've seen glimpses of what they are capable of. So we don't talk a lot of, hey, we're the bottom of the league, or give them anything other than the fact that expectations are to compete at a high level. Expectations are to win. It's our job as coaches to put you in a position to win. It's your job to go fight for it. So that's kind of our mentality on who we think we are.
The veteran players suffered through a tough triple overtime last year. How can that experience help after a double overtime loss Saturday?
Yeah, they're used to it. That just kind of proves that our kids are going to be expected to play for 40 minutes, and if 40 turns into 45, 50, 55, I don't care. I want you to bust and find that extra gear in the tank and go forward with it, and they do. They just know when in tight games, just to find a little more, dig a little deeper, and our kids did what minutes some of those kids played this weekend is a lot. But they found it, and of course we're not happy with the outcomes, but it just showed a little bit of a character and who we are and who we could be in tight games.
It was a tough pill to swallow with a double overtime loss, and did just about everything but come out on top. So, how are you guys gearing up to bounce back this weekend?
Yeah, that's a great question. We played really hard that game, and we were really happy with how we played. And so it was tough not having that win, but we learned a lot from that game, and so we've kind of just been moving forward and building off of the stuff that we did last weekend to come out on top against Northern and Moorhead.
So you mentioned, you learned a lot. So what were the things that you were able to take away?
Yeah, some big things were we actually boxed out a lot, and we also crashed the boards a lot, and just getting our motion moving a lot quicker was a really great thing. So kind of just cleaning up a little things is what we're kind of working on.
And just how important is it to, right away get some wins in conference play to make sure that you're not right away in the cellar and having to climb out of the hole?
Yeah, it's really important, and that's a huge thing for us. So coming back at home, we really want to get 2 wins and really just battle the whole time this weekend and come out on top. So.
Did you prove that you're going to be able to play with anyone in this conference last weekend?
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of people weren't thinking we were going to stay with St. Cloud especially, and we really took it to them, and so that gave us a lot of confidence in that we can compete with anyone, and so we just got to now come out and get better each week and prove it.
You're playing 2 6-1 teams this weekend, so just if you show up and get 1 win or even 2, just what kind of statement would that make for the conference?
That'd be a huge statement because both of the teams that we're playing are very good. And just from last week playing against St. Cloud and Duluth, we kind of showed that we can stick with them. And I think these teams are about the same as them, so I think we can just come and play hard, work hard for 40 minutes, and hopefully come up with a W.
And so what have coaches told you guys are the things you need to focus on this weekend in order to be successful?
Well, last weekend, what Al said about our boxing out and then crashing boards, they still reiterate that every day at practice still, and also our defensive the details that they tell us to do and just doing our game plan and sticking to the game plan the whole 40 minutes is really huge for us.